You just need a warm white light. It's all cool in there. You need warm light, like my light's warm. Welcome to Negronis with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Larson, and this is Read Daily. Tonight, we're going to be enjoying the Americano. This is 1 ounce Campari, 1 ounce sweet vermouth, soda water, and a strip of lemon peel for garnish. Reed, I gotta tell you, I'm not excited about this drink. It's low on booze. It doesn't have the gin, which is my favorite part of a Negroni. So I am hesitant to start.
Okay, so I broke all the rules on episode number 2, and I had a small sip. And while I am not excited for the exact same reasons, I will say the lemon smells delicious. And I did one of those crushed ice, bags with the mallets. And my drink, I feel like, is looking official.
Listen, I will not disagree that your drink is the better looking one. That crushed ice looks great.
Yes. All right. So, as most of you guys know, we're running through Matt Horanic's book, a Negroni. What is the exact title of
It's
the book?
The Negroni, a love affair with a classic cocktail.
It helps if you remember the title.
I have the book in front of me.
I left the book upstairs, and I didn't feel like going and getting it. It is rookie. So Matt has 31 cocktails in the book, and what we've done is Greg and I have both ranked them, and we've based on our rankings and Greg's excellent Excel or Google Docs work, we've prioritized the drinks. And drink number 2 is the Americano. I'm guessing we landed on this because there is limited booze, and we just wanted to get it out of the way.
I think that's probably a fair assumption.
All right, so let's talk about the ratings. So, well, before we jump into the ratings, what we talked about this in preparation. What soda water did you end up going with?
I went with a can of Schweppes, the blue can, mini can.
Ooh, okay. So you texted to me, and I remembered you were doing something that was not a glass bottle.
Yeah.
And then I almost bought the plastic bottles, but it was like $1.79 for a lot of club soda. That's going to go bad. I said, okay, let me leave the cocktail section of, the world famous Jewel, or as my child says, Jules, or the Jules. And I found the cans and the diet club soda, or diet, what is it, the tonic. So I got canned Canadian Club. Or Club Classic. What's the other one?
Canada Dry?
Canada Dry. I got that one.
You weren't even close.
I got to say, it is, while this doesn't have a ton of booze, this is a nice way to kind of warm up your palate, almost like a true aperitif.
It just tastes like April to me.
Oh, tastes like deliciousness. If it didn't have the lemon, I would say this drink would be terrible.
It's not one for me. This will probably be my last Americano ever.
Wow. I might throw it up once or twice just to make someone feel stupid that they don't know what it's about.
Well, it's a good one if you're going to have it at, the end of lunch before you go back to work. Because, people get to do that so often nowadays. All right. So the ratings. Should we go? Are we going to go? I give my 3 ratings and then we go to total, or are we going to bounce back and forth? What do you prefer?
I think episode 1, we went back and forth. Let's change it up and let's do all 3 of your ratings, and then we'll do all 3 of mine.
All right. So for taste, I'm going to have to give it a 1 out of 3. It just doesn't have the flavor for me. I'm not getting the Negroni that I love and I'm looking for. The look, I would give mine a 1, but I'm going to give Reed's a 2 for look. It looks great. It looks like a Negroni with a lemon peel. So I'm going to go with a 2 using Reed's as an example. It's balance. I think it's well balanced, actually. It's not the balance I would prefer. So I'm going to also give it another 2. So overall, it has a 5.
Ooh, okay. So I went back and forth on this in my head. So it's a 1 to 3 rating. We're rating on three things: taste, look, and balance. So from a taste perspective, I actually like the way it tastes. It's not bad. I would totally agree that the absence of gin is making it less interesting. The look, I mean, let's be frank, I knocked it out of the park with the look of this particular drink. Although I need to get a better background for shooting my pictures. My white wall with like the leftover, black from the paint or something, just threw it off. So we're gonna see if we can do a little photoshopping. And the balance, I go back and forth. Actually, I gave it a 2, but now that I think of it, I'm going to give it a 1. So overall, I'm going to give this a 5. So pretty low on the spectrum, I think, overall. I think this will be kind of the lower overall for all the drinks we do.
I would have to agree with that. But interesting to me is I would actually prefer to have last episode one's drink, but I've rated episode two's higher.
I agree. So one wonders when we're all said and done with this, do we wish we had given 0.5s or integers? I just learned about integers again that I forgot about since who knows when. All that new math. Learn about new math. I hate
Well,
math.
I think what you do is you have to have a tiebreaker. So we'll have to go revisit all the ties, have a sip of each one, and rate them right there on the spot.
Ooh, I like that idea. All right, so let's talk about what are we going to be doing for episode number 3.
I'm going to let you pronounce that one because I have no idea how to say that.
Okay, so it's the Negroni Cibliatio.
You think that's it? That doesn't sound Italian enough.
I mean, if I threw a little Cibliatio or Cibiatio, I have no clue. It's got to be Sabatio. Anyway, it is Campari, Prosecco, and sweet vermouth with an orange. Interesting. I voted it 20th of my preference, and Greg ordered it 22nd, which is like pretty close. Whereas this week's drink, I ordered it 29th, and Greg ordered it fourth. So were you thinking of your least favorite to most, or most favorite to least favorite when you did your ordering?
Yeah, so I tried to do the one I rated number one was one I was most interested in trying. And then the next one I tried to pick was the bottom. That way I'm not stuck with only bad cocktails at the end. But then I realized that I didn't tell you to do that, so you did it the opposite way. And so now it's all jacked up because then I reordered it. So it's a hot mess. So it's really kind of just random with a little bit of preference.
Yes. How did you do the? I'm wondering. We're in a Google spreadsheet. Is there math here, or did you just force rank them based on?
I force ranked them. I just throwing numbers up there. I got them wrong a bunch of times. I had to reorder them. It was a hot mess. It was the least Excel superstar thing to do.
I was hoping there was going to be some advanced formula I could share.
No, I don't have anything advanced. I still Google my formulas. Now I go to the young kids at work and they know what they're doing.
Select star from star, delete. How many of these drinks have oranges versus lemons? I wonder why.
You have to go in the garnish section.
I know.
Wonderful spreadsheet.
I wonder why a drink calls for an orange versus a lemon.
I think probably the scent. But I put a lemon in my regular Negroni, and I don't really notice the difference. But I also think I got a small piece because I wasn't as confident the second peel.
Do you think the lemon is more when like the flavors are muted and it needs a little more wow factor?
I have no idea. I just know that when I have a rye old fashioned, a lemon peel is my go-to for that.
Ooh.
It's a nice touch. It's a little bit more unexpected. I think I got that at the Whistler or maybe not the Whistler. Violet Hour in Chicago when they used to be really good.
Interesting. All right, here's the question. What is the post Americano Negroni you're drinking right now? Is it the author's Negroni again?
It is not the author's Negroni. It is a four gin, the Kuchi vermouth. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but I like it. And then just regular Campari, 2 ounces of each, with a lemon peel.
Excellent. I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. My backup cocktail is up 20 flights of stairs, not 20 flights, 20 stairs. And it is my new favorite go-to Campari or Negroni for the winter time. So I got it from Anders, and I can't think of what his YouTube channel is, but he's a YouTuber. He's got like 300,000 followers. Let me just tell you what it is. That is my Tom Brady avocado ice cream recipe. So that's not it. All right. The coffee Negroni. It is 1 ounce Beefeaters, 3/4 an ounce of Mr. Black cold brew coffee liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce Campari, and 1/4 vermouth. And you can pick whatever vermouth and express it with lemon. Now, what's been interesting here is I didn't read that last bit
How are you
ever.
expressing it?
I don't, over the drink.
No, I know, but what are you doing to express?
Oh, he just squeezes it.
A little
But
squeeze?
little squeeze. But I've been using orange, so now that I have this lemon, ooh,
You think
I might.
coffee and lemon's gonna be good?
I think it's gonna be fantastic. You get the acids, the mixing of the acids.
Listen, I'm ready. Pause the show. Let's get it down here, and
I'll be back.
let's hear how it tastes.
And I'm back.
Now, did you put lemon in it?
Yes.
And how was the? Oh, okay, all right. It looks good. Another good-looking drink. I think it's your glasses and your ice that are really making it.
So the glasses, what I did is I went out and bought, I don't know, 4 or 5 glasses from Crate and Barrel. And I said, I'm just going to buy ones and see what I like. This glass looks really cool, but I actually don't like the height. I like a taller glass. However, for scent, it's better because you get wider, area, but it looks really cool in pictures.
Is that because they're bourbon glasses?
I think they're cheap, you know, made in another country glasses. But I've never had crystal glasses. I think that's what I want.
I do
No.
too, but I only want dishwasher safe stuff because to hand wash something is just a pain, and I'm not committing to doing that.
It's a
I'm
real,
over it.
it's a real problem for you.
It's not a problem for me because I've already made the decision. I have a whole bunch of stuff that's like hand wash only, and it goes in the dishwasher. When it craps out, it's gone.
Actually, I'm the same way. Someone was like, "You can't wash a cast iron pan." I go, "Watch me!" Like,
Oh, you definitely can't do that.
I put it in the washing machine or the
You're not-
dishwasher, and then all
Don't
you
put
have
it in the
to
washing
do,
machine.
or dishwasher, and then all you have to do is turn on the oven and then let it like kind of heat up, and you're fine.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that, but I live with somebody who makes me like oil it and then put towel down, and
Oh,
it's also her great grandmother's cast iron pan, so it's got years of gook on it. Just think of all the grime and the crumbs and oh man, but it's seasoned because that's what all these chefs say.
so
Oh, it's a
I've
good
read
pan.
I've read about the seasoning, and I seasoned a pan and then I left it outside with all the like fat and oil from cooking French fries and fried chicken. And I was told to throw mine away, so I got a second one. And guess what? I seasoned that thing once. I've seasoned it 6 times. Tastes all about the same.
Yeah, but that's not seasoned. You can't cook on it once and call it seasoned, Reed. It's like
No, seasoning is actually a pan. Like, yes, I understand what you're talking about the layers, but you actually do season a pan with olive oil.
okay. Well, then
Ooh.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm just talking out of my butt.
All right, so I know you're not a coffee guy, but
No.
I have to say, this drink is good both ways with an orange and with a lemon. I think if I wanted to like perk up, if I was like trying to get my second wind, I go lemon. If I want to just chill out, I go orange. So if I was drinking this after dinner, lemon, and before dinner, orange.
So wait, you want to chill out before dinner, and then after dinner you want to perk back up.
Yeah, because I'm imagining I'm at like a cool hotel bar doing work at a conference, and I'm like ready to go after a long day.
Okay.
That's just my thinking. But,
All right. But I'm not a coffee guy, so I'm not interested in all at all.
who eats Twizzlers still?
I do. I just bought a 5-pound tub of them.
All right. For next episode, or before we jump into next episode, so we have the drink that no one can pronounce, the
Yep.
Negroni Sabliatio. And we're gonna find out how to pronounce that drink.
It's mistake or mistaken in Italian.
Mistaken. Okay.
Yeah.
This is another one with not a lot of booze, I gotta say. Prosecco.
I mean, that's more booze than this one.
So what's the play? Are we gonna have a drink before the drink of the week? So we'll maybe like start the show with a cocktail in hand and then we'll try it afterwards. Warm up the palate, if you will.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that makes sense.
I'm gonna come armed with a cocktail. I think I'm gonna be tired of my coffee Negroni, so I got to think of what's next.
Well, don't use one from the book.
Are you gonna go Negroni or something else?
I'm probably just gonna go straight Negroni. My go-to.
Go to. I might do. I'm really liking this John Basil tequila out of Chicago. It's got a Reposado and the Blanco. The Reposado is pretty legit.
Tequila from Chicago.
No, the tequila is from wherever
Yeah.
they make Mexico. He and his founder are from Chicago.
Listen, if I'm gonna go with some fake tequila, I want to go with the Rock because I can smell what he's cooking.
It actually it's like a better, I don't want to call it a better version, probably a more authentic tequila version. Like the Rocks is super vanilla sweet and I love it to death. It's like a Diet Coke, it just tastes good. This has a little more bite than the Rocks, but still that like little bit of vanilla.
A little bit more bite because it's crappier.
No, like it's like more like
More authentic.
more authentic, more like a little more of that Blanco, kind of like raw taste. I don't. It's not like a bad thing. Not like ooh, this is gonna give me a hangover. In fact, I've had a lot one night, so it did not give me a hangover.
Well, then I guess the question then becomes: should we audible and go to the El Negrone de Juarez with
Ooh.
mezcal instead?
Ooh.
Reminato bitter, and then some of that Cucci vermouth I've been drinking.
Yep, and then Fernet Blanco. Yeah.
Fernet. I gotta buy Fernet though.
Oh,
You
Fernet,
lost me at Fernet.
Oh, I've got Fernet on hand at all times. What mezcal do we want to do? Or do we want to maybe give it a couple weeks to figure out the mezcals? I'm not doing the Vita nonsense that.
Well, there's a Yola mezcal later on the list that we could use because we're gonna need that for later, and then an Espanan. My Spanish is terrible. Row 28. That is another mezcal. We got a couple of mezcals here, or we could just stick with what we planned and not deviate.
Ooh, I think let's stick with what we planned.
You know what we should do? Why don't we do Oaxaca Old Fashions as our first drink?
What is a Oaxaca Old
A
Fashioned?
Oaxaca Old Fashioned?
Ooh, what is that?
I don't know how to spell Oaxaca, which is the problem. Let me do Siri. Where's the Siri button?
You can just put in.
What's
Oaxaca.
the recipe for a Oaxacan Old Fashioned? Oh man, Siri's pretty good. New York Times, liquor.com, Imbibe. Let's do Imbibe. That seems like the most legit source here. All right. A Oaxacan Old Fashioned.
Phil Ward.
Reposado tequila, mezcal, agave nectar, and Agostor bitters. with an orange twist. So mezcal, tequila, a little agave, a little bitters, and you have this beautiful. Here, I'm gonna send you this link. Take a look at this thing. I used to drink these at what's the green place in the West Loop, that barbecue.
Ooh, Green
Green
Mile Barbecue.
Green Street.
Green Street. I went there. Was it last week? No, I was there 2 weeks ago after a conference. I just needed to decompress, and I had the best cheap beer and barbecue. It was fantastic. That place never misses.
Oh, I can't send it to you. My computer's all jacked up now.
What is
Just
this?
Here,
I've got it. No, I've
you got
figured
it.
it out.
All right.
I want to know more about this Yola Mezcal. Oh, you know why he's using it? Because his wife's name is Yolanda. I'm guessing it's not his wife's tequila though. Does not look like that. But there was a nice coincidence. Instagram just made me log in, so this is a good time to plug our social channels. So we are Negronis with Greg at Instagram and Facebook. We are Negronis with G on Twitter. Thanks, Jack Dorsey, for giving us a character limit. The podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, pogpod.com. And what we're going to do between now and tomorrow is update all of our social links so you can find all of them with one of those like social aggregators. So be on the lookout for that update.
Should we be preparing for when Elon expands usernames when he takes over Twitter? Like, is there a list we can sign up for where, like, if they're expanded, we want the REG?
Ooh, we definitely need
it. With Greg, how do we do that? Do we email Twitter?
I think we tweet Twitter. I don't think
tweet
you email
Twitter.
Tweet Twitter, or does anyone? We'll have to ask our millions of fans. Who, there's definitely at least one fan, if not like many, that work at Twitter. So fan base, who of you works at Twitter? Help us accelerate our path to Negronis with Greg from Negronis with G.
I don't know if our parents know anybody at Twitter. Maybe one day our wives will listen to this.
Yes.
Probably not.
I doubt it.